Summer is such a fantastic time to do some reading, and we have some wonderful books that just released to get you reading. So the first one is called Safiyyah's War. This is the book I did not realize that I needed, and now that I've read it, I can't wait to tell everybody about it. So this girl Safiyyah, she's living in Paris, and it is World War II time period, and I never realized such an amazing impact that the Muslims had on the war. And so this family this is not the first time they've encountered obstacles due to hardness. And so the family is just going through a hard time again because of war. And now they are just seeing people treated so poorly. And it's not that it's them for the most part, it is them watching Jews being treated horribly, and they're just realizing this is not right, and they know it's wrong and they want to do something about it. And so they do, and it is amazing and wonderful. It's a story of hope and family and friendship, and it talks about so many things that this wonderful girl Safiyyah goes through, because of her religion and because of her beliefs and standing up for what she knows is right, and also family connections and things involving the war. And it's just tremendous. I just love it. You definitely need to check it out. It just barely came out in May, and so go and get it and read Safiyyah's War. The next one also came out in May. It's called The Strange Wonder of Roots, and this girl Holly Foster, she just, she gets moved around all the time because her dad's always off trying to find something new to do. But this time, for his acting opportunity, he decides he really can't bring his daughter Holly, and so he sends her to live with her uncle for a few weeks, and she's not thrilled about it. She doesn't even remember him, and she goes and does not want to get involved at all, because if she doesn't make friends, she's not going to miss the friends. And she encounters an opportunity because she loves learning about trees. She did a science project on it, that this group of people, her uncle included, is trying to save these trees that are really unique to the area. And so she's like, okay, well, I'm just gonna maybe do a little. And she gradually, is trying to see, are her opinions gonna change about this? Does she really want to invest in something? Does she want to make friends? So it's just a fun, heartwarming book. I think a lot of people can relate to Holly for so many reasons. The next book is The Girl Who Kept the Castle. The rest of these books are all going to be June releases. I love The Girl Who Kept the Castle. Immediately gets you intrigued. It's magic in such a fun way. I love fantasy. So this girl lives in a land of magic where girls are not allowed to be witches. It's just the wizards, because they've had a previous problem with an awful witch. And so she, though, is really just does so much to run the castle, her and her father. But her father's off to find some magical ingredients when it starts the first page about this wizard dies. And so it's just, they're trying to find a new wizard because he never picked an apprentice, and they're trying to help hide it. So he's trying to, in his ghost self, pretend that he's not dead. And he is just this ridiculous guy that he's coming up with all of these challenges, and he wants the best possible apprentice. And so she's trying to help cover up his mistakes and blunders, and it's just a fun adventure and magic and like this living castle that they're trying to preserve and protect and fight against this evil that's trying to come against them. So just such a great story. So the next one is called The Cookie Crumbles. Okay, friendship, mystery, and cookies. What better combination is there? And these kids are going up at a cooking competition at this school that they're trying to attend. And they want to get into this prestigious boarding school. So they each are participating in this cookie competition. And then also the main character's friend, who is just as much a main character, is into journalism. And so she's there to write a piece about the cookie competition to prove her journalistic skills. And so it goes into so much about friendship and trusting each other, and everybody is a suspect in this attempted murder. And so then, of course, there's this terrible storm, and everybody's a suspect, and they're trying to figure out trust and keep cooking and everything. It's just a fun adventure for kids. So the next one I have is a graphic novel. It's called The Pale Queen. And so this girl, she's always dreamed of more. She really wants to go and discover the world and go off to school, but her family just doesn't have the money for it. And so she lives in this town that they used to go up to these hills that there's magic there. And so the girl finds herself involved with this basically the Pale Queen, who is trying to gain her, you know, good graces, that she's trying to get her to like her. And then the Pale Queen has these other characters who do her bidding, and one makes a friend with this young girl. There is later developing romance, girl-girl romance that starts a little later. It does have resolution and climax just as much as the main storyline of this girl who's trying to figure out if this Pale Queen is good or not, and trusting her magic and not, and trusting herself and her dreams and her goals. Great little graphic novel. The next one is called The 10th Mistake of Frank Hooperman. This is such a great book. I love the author Jennifer Choldenko. She wrote Al Capone Does My Shirts. And so it's just, I knew about her before and I was excited to read this one. And this one, just this book makes you feel all the feels. So poor Hank, he goes and he immediately, you're feeling bad for him because him and his sister, his 3-year-old sister, are just alone. They don't know where their mom is. It's been going on a week. So they go out to try to figure out what's going on and how, you know, they've got to start surviving now. And they can't just keep hanging out in that apartment. They're out of supplies. And so they figure out somebody that they can go to for help, that they kind of think they might know who this is. And so it's learning to trust people. And, you know, not everybody's like this perfect, wonderful person that wants to help. You know, they each have their own struggles and their own weaknesses. And so Hank, you know, judges things against how big of a mistake it is. And when he makes really one of the level 10 mistakes, what are the consequences like? And so really helping kids see that not all mistakes are that awful, and really feeling compassion and cheering for a kid. And there's such great friendship involved, and just, I love it. I think that it's a wonderful story to get on your shelves. So then the next one is called The Wonderful Wishes of Bee. And so I feel so bad for this character Bee, who she is just done with emotions, and she doesn't want to feel anymore because she's had so much sadness in her life. And so she has a wish for each finger, and one is to become a Tin Man so she doesn't feel emotions anymore. And so it goes through her having these quirky friends and their adventures together of trying to help her wishes come true. And also she has these wonderful cosmic cats who follow her around. And so any book with cats, you know, that's wonderful. Just a fun little quirky story. So tell me in the comments below, what is the book that just came out that you most look forward to reading? Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and come back and keep getting more great book recommendations for the kids in your life. Bye.